So traders, the stock market has been getting a really nice rise right now in the market here, and I want to share with you some things that I think a lot of people missed out on here. A lot of people are obviously surprised by this market being having a big strong rally, and I want to share some things that obviously some people missed and give you some guidance through this process. So let's get straight into it, guys. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so I really want to focus on what's been happening here with these markets here and what's been going on right now, and we're getting a very strong rally. If you ever go to my personal YouTube channel, right, and if I bring up, this is my personal YouTube channel here, okay, and you would know that in the past for my actual videos, if I go to my videos here, right, you would know that I've been talking about for a while now, for the last probably say week or two, to say that this rally, look at this here, this happen, futures are crashing, this happens every year, stay calm, massive strong bounce coming. Right? I even talked about on this one here, the weekly chart is the most important time frame to remove your emotions and to make good trading decisions. And I was talking about what's happening with the weekly chart there. Right? Look at this here, stock market rebound, gold and silver, and so on and so forth. So I've been talking about how this stock market here, and what's been going on here, and the really big thing, as you can see, I've been trying to get people ready, like this one here, that got gold selection, gold slingshot pattern, S&P 500 breakout, so on and so forth. So as you can see, like I've been really, like even this one here, like I talked about how this liquidation here in this account was panic over, buyers coming. And so like I really did do, I've been doing some videos here talking about, like even this one here, GDX holding strong, right? Stock market rebound, gold making the same pattern here. This one here I did a day ago, the start of the next big move, and gold's actually had a really big move up. And I also talked about the start of the next move when it comes to, when it comes to the markets here. So I've been doing some videos here as of late to really show you and guide you through the process of really important things that we can be focusing on when it comes to these markets and what's been going on here. So if we have a look at what's been going on here right now with the Nasdaq, okay? So we can look at the Nasdaq right now, and we can see we've been getting a big rally. And I think a lot of people, if you have gotten caught off guard by this rally in the stock market, like why is the market rallying? It doesn't make sense. Then hopefully my videos that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks can really give you the guidance of what we should be focusing on with your own trading, right? Because it's within your own trading you can start to really get some distinctions about what's going on here. And so a lot of people really thought, there were so many people, you probably know this, even on my YouTube comments, were saying that the market's going to go down again, the market looks bad. Can't you actually see this? And if you did short the market based off that and you're totally surprised by this, I really want to share with you one simple thing that makes a massive door swing, if you know what I mean. And that is, always keep an eye on the weekly charts. Okay? This is the weekly chart here of the Nasdaq. And what I want you to do is I want you to identify the lows in the markets. Here's a significant low, here's a significant low, here's a significant low, and here's a significant low. And all I want you to say is that if the market is coming down strong like this here, are we still above the last previous significant low? And if so, there's a really good high probability that this drop here is going to be just a short-term correction in a very big bull market. And if that's the case, we're probably likely to get a really strong bounce coming real soon. And so everyone that's been talking about the market crashing and more and people worrying and all that sort of stuff, this is what the markets do, right? This is what the markets do. And this is where traders, like for me personally, this is the reason why I do coaching, right? I was with my coaching clients today talking to them about, the markets and trading and so on and so forth, right? It's through my 20 years of experience, guys, that I've been able to really, really, really understand these markets on a much deeper level and understand the simple things that really make a massive door swing. So many people right now may have been short this market because I thought this is it. This is the big one that we're going to end down like Japan. And if you have watched my videos for the last week or so, you would know I've been saying, guys, no, get ready for a bounce. I even walked you through at the start of the video, right, about of what's been happening this year. So that's the Nasdaq. The same for the S&P 500, right? And I want you to really now this can morph into something different here. Doesn't mean it is, but we want to be seeing what the market's doing right now, and then we want to make a decision off that. And as we know, this was the last significant low. That was the last significant low, and we had a move up, and now we've had a move down. And now, guess what? Now we're getting what? Now we're getting another big, very, very big, strong bounce. Now remember, that's that last significant low down here. So we would have had to come down through to here for us to be in any danger territory of the market actually going down. And now what's happening is we're getting a really strong bounce out of this level here, and I see this being the start of the next big move. And most people are missing out on this next big move because then most people are missing out. And I really want to ask you a question yourself personally. What has your thinking been in the last couple of weeks? So in the last couple of weeks, as this market's been coming down from here and even the Nasdaq, what has your thinking been? And I pretty much guarantee that probably at least 90% of you watching the video right now would have thought, the market was going to crash a lot more. Probably at least 90% of you were thinking that. And maybe 10% of you were thinking maybe bounce, right? Now, the reason why I say that to you is I really want you now you want to go back and say, why was my thinking wrong? What did I miss? This is a big thing for you, your growth as a trader, right? Because you want to become better as a trader, right? And again, this is what I do as a coach. Like, I'm a coach, and this is what I do every day with my coaching clients. I don't just teach them the trades I'm doing, but I'm there to coach them and guide them through the process of these markets and things I'm doing right now. If you do need some help when it comes to these markets, the emotional side of things, the mindset side of things, the strategy, the approach, and have that help there every single day, well, there should be a link in the description there, guys. You can click on that, go fill out the application, and I'll personally call you to be able to see if you're a good fit, and I'll be able to help you through this process. But I want to ask you the question again, is that if you did think the market was going to continue down from here, and you think this was going to be the big one, what were you doing? Well, John, I was watching a lot of YouTube, and a lot of YouTube videos were saying the same thing as well too, like as I was thinking. And so therefore, I had confirmation bias of why I thought the market was going to, have a lot more of a downside. And this bounce that's coming right now, this really strong bounce that's coming right now, it's totally surprised me because so many people on YouTube were saying the top's in, the market's going to crash even more. Not me, right? You guys know, right? You watched my videos for last week. I've been saying, nah, guys, this is just a short-term correction. We're going to get a strong bounce here. Get ready for it. And within that there, if you can be 100% honest with yourself within the answers that you do get from yourself, you'll be able to start to really find some key distinctions to help you next time we go through this process. And again, all this is all about is just understanding what the market's doing right now. And again, simple analysis. And I know you can spend hours going down the rabbit hole of Japan and the carry trade and this and that and this and that and this and that and this. And I know this sounds really, 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 really simple, guys. But all I say is, what's the trend? And what type of phase is this? Because we have trend analysis, right? Which is a trend is higher lows and higher highs. And then we have the different phases. We have the energy using phase, and then we have the energy building phase, and the energy building phase, and the energy building phase. And as long as the energy building phases are staying staying above the last significant high, that energy building phase after the energy using phase is probably going to build up enough energy to go for another move again. And by utilizing the weekly charts, it removes a lot of noise, so then we can understand just with that one simple thing I'm telling you right now, guys, could have removed so much confusion from your charts, from the way you thought about these markets, the way that you probably are people on YouTube, and where most people have gotten it wrong through my last 20 years of trading, guys, now. And that's all this market does. For example, the S&P, what's the trend? All right, what do we have here? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then this is going down through here. Okay, that's what the trend is right now. Okay, cool. Now, what if we know the trend's up? What type of phase is this? Energy using phase, energy using phase, energy using phase, energy using phase, energy using phase. Okay, cool. Now, we also have these energy building phases, energy building. The energy building phase is pullback, whipsaw, counter trend, the energy building phase to get ready to go again. Small little energy building phase, come up here. Really big energy building phase, and we're still above the previous high. So we're still in the upward trend, because as long as it makes higher lows, the trend is still up, and the trend is your friend until the end. And so he's still this trend is still your friend. He's a very good friend of yours. Okay, don't be mean to him. Okay, don't be mean. Treat him nicely. Okay, treat him nicely. If you treat him nicely, he's got the world to give you. Okay, and then we get a bounce. We're getting a really strong bounce right now, and we're probably going to continue to bounce. I'm probably going to have to see a move to to make all-time new highs. So I really want you to, this one simple concept, guys, can remove so much of probably the emotion that you thought. And again, if you went down the barrel of, if you went down the lane or the alley of thinking the market was going to crash a lot more, and it didn't, and then you saw probably a lot of people on YouTube. I've been through that process myself so many times in my trading career. That's why I can say now, after 20 years of being part of this market, that when I look back at these things that's happening in the markets right now, I can see the most important things I should be focusing on, and all the other 999 things out there, or if it's out of, say, 100, the 95 things out there that I'm going to be focusing on are a complete waste of time and going to lead me down the wrong path. And what are those 5 things I should be focusing on? One of them is what? What is the trend on the weekly charts, and what phase are we? And if we're in an energy building phase, and the energy building phase is still above the last significant high, this could just be what? Up, down, up, down, up, and then a continuation of the trend, and away we go. Now, yes, there's going to come a point in time when the trend, which was your friend, does come to an end. And when that happens, then we'll be able to reassess that. What is the very first thing that's going to happen to give us a guidance that the trend is now over? We make higher lows, right? Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. If the higher low here is broken and we get a significant move breaking past that, the energy building phase starts off with energy building phase, but then it breaks past that low. We break past this low here. It's no longer making these higher lows, right? High, low. It's now just broke past here. If the energy building phase does that, then we're probably going to get ready for what? We're probably going to get ready for something like this. Let me show you a few examples here, okay? So what I'm sharing with you guys is something that is so important to your own trading. Again, this is a reason why I do coaching. It's not just from a trading perspective, but a market understanding perspective and emotional perspective as well too. If you do need some help and you really have found it tough right now, guys, then reach out to me, okay? You may be a good fit for my coaching program where you're with me every day and I can do this stuff with you with your situation to help you every single day, right? So if we have a look at the COVID stuff, what was the COVID stuff? The COVID stuff, or the COVID market was what? Up, higher low, right? We actually had probably a little bit of a higher low through there. We had a higher low, and then we had a higher low, right? When did the trend come to an end? The trend came to an end when what? When we actually then started to break that low, right? And then when we broke the low, this is when you start to become worried. When the market breaks a significant low. And even if it wasn't that one, you can see even this low right here, especially when it broke that low and we started to getting a breaking of, and we started to get this breaking through here. It was breaking past this low here. As soon as it started doing this here, this was the warning sign to say things are now running over. We have a pullback, and then we start to see this thing running down from here. That'll be the first sign. This is what you'd possibly start to see when the market starts to do this. Let's go back to the 08 period. 2008 stock market mega crash. Oh my goodness, the 2008 is going to happen all over again. Okay, you've probably heard that before. So let's actually look at the facts of what 2008 actually was, and not our brain thinking, oh, I better get in now because the market's going to crash 454% tomorrow. Okay, what was the sign in the market to say this is now possibly coming to an end? What was the sign? Weekly chart, once again, weekly chart. And as long as we're making what? Lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and higher lows, guess what? The trend is still intact. And you get what? You get the energy building phases, which guess what happened back here? Oh my goodness, the top's in. What gets energy building phase? Oh my goodness, the top's in. Energy building phase. Oh my goodness, the top's in. Energy building phase. Oh my goodness, the top's in. And then this energy building phase had a little breakthrough, and then it continued down through here. I told you the top's in, and you got it wrong here, got it wrong here, got it wrong here, got it wrong here, and you got it right here. Yeah, you're so good. You got a 10% win-loss ratio. You're so good. See what I'm saying here, right? So if that's the case, why not just be flipping on his head, and why not make this a right, this a right, this a right, this a right, and this a wrong? So what actually happened here? We broke the low here, didn't we? We no longer were making, we make higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and we started the breaking down. And then we started the what? Started the up and the pullback, and then the downward trend. Just remember, guys, okay? Just remember, this here is 2008. This is the 2008 crash. When we look at it from a chart perspective, and not, oh my goodness, the market's going to crash. Not that perspective, or freaking out, or emotional perspective. We know that the market will actually start to slowly go down. We automatically, our brains automatically say this, especially what's happened with Japan right now. Oh my goodness, that's going to happen to our markets today, right? No, not especially not our stock market. Our stock market has a limiter. Individual stocks don't, but like our stock market's not going to be like that there, right? So whenever the big bang comes, it generally what? Comes what? When does it generally come? It generally comes when we're already been in a big downward trend, right? So let's go back to here for a minute. It just works. So this works. It's fascinating, guys, when you start to really understand the matrix, so to speak, right? The matrix, so to speak. If you go back to here, when was this here, right? This one here, September. We all know what happened at this point right here, right? What was that? That was the market crashing September 11th, right? 2001. The interesting thing is, firstly, is what? We were actually going down, lower highs, lower highs. But notice when that bad news came out, the market actually rallied for many months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So about 3 to 4 months it actually rallied after that period. So if you're really worried about what's going, traders, hopefully, if you did short the markets this time, and you did put up a lot of money because you thought this is the time you're going to become rich, and this is the time you're going to get the top, and the market's rallying against you right now, and you're freaking out, and all this sort of stuff's happening. I really am trying to share with you this video of what is the 80-20 rule? What are the 20% of the things you should be focusing on as a trader of these markets? And again, that's what I do as a coach. And if you do need my help, link in the description, apply for it, I can help you. What are the things that you can actually start to, so okay, then if I actually want to become good at this thing called trading, what do I need to start to focus on? And this goes for every market out there, right? Even gold. This is why I've been saying gold's getting ready for another really big move, right? You can see gold's been holding here nicely. Silver could be getting ready for another big move as well too. Why am I saying silver could be getting ready for another big move? Because a lot of people are just focusing on the short-term charts. Bring back the weekly charts, put on a 24 moving average, and you'll be able to start to see what? You'll be able to start to see that we've actually had up, higher, low, up. Then we had a lot of gyrations. Up, down. There's a real high probability this is going to be what? Just another higher low, and away we go. And we've had a very strong move with the trend, and now this is just what? An energy building phase. Especially now we've actually broken up above these highs through here. There's now a high probability that this is just an energy building phase within the trend. Because remember, once again, the market does this here, right? The market, in an upward trend, we have higher lows and higher highs. No, John. Tell me something new. Okay, if you knew that, then you wouldn't have been looking for shorts in this market. You'd be looking for longs, because you know that the market does have these energy building phases which can go on, but unfortunately within the energy building phases, which we just went through, and the reason why for the last couple of weeks I've been saying this is going to be a buying opportunity. Unfortunately, what comes with that is the narrative, the media, and the noise of saying this is the top. And I think I'm the only few percent of people out there. So many people were bearish this market. I'm like, no, this is not the top. This is not the market. We're going to get a big bounce soon. And so far, what we've done out of the markets, once again, is you can see we've got the big bounce from here, right? Anything can happen, anything can change, but the story at the time of last week was where we were and probably what we're going to see and what's likely to come moving forward.